Lubricating your chain is not necessarily as easy as it may sound, certainly not for everybody out there. So the purpose of lubricating your chain is basically to have a more efficient drivetrain, so that means a lower friction, as well as reducing the chance of any corrosion, plus the chance of wearing out prematurely. So today we're going to look at various methods of lubricating your chain as well as different lubes for it. Well, firstly, let's talk about wet lube. So, as the name says, it's wet when you apply it, and basically it's designed for poor weather conditions. So it does attract generally a little bit more dirt, grime, dust, that kind of thing. But importantly, it stays in place when the heavens open and the rain starts coming down. Doesn't wash off, therefore giving you a squeaky bike. Well worth it for the winter. Then for dry conditions, we've got dry lube. All sounds logical, doesn't it? Although it's not strictly dry, is it? Because look, there's some liquid in there. Although if you apply it properly onto your chain, after a few hours, basically it leaves a dry film-like coating across the chain links and also the rollers too. If you don't apply it properly, it's just going to attract a lot of extra dirt on there. Now, if you use this in the wet, it is going to wash off pretty easily, giving you a loud squeaking noise and basically annoying everybody as well as yourself, and importantly, not giving you the efficiency you deserve, as well as possibly wearing out too fast. Now, there are various different specialist lubricants out there on the market. Basically, the purpose behind them is exactly like the previous two we've just mentioned, but generally they are going to give you a lower friction when you're pedaling along, therefore allowing you to go a little bit faster, but for less effort. So, for example, you've got UFO Drip from Ceramic Speed, we've got TS Bicycle Chain Lube, Race Day Spray from Rex, Chain Lube from Rex as well, plus, all importantly, that chain waxing video I did a little while ago where basically I submerged a chain in some melting wax, revealed it, and well, the results speak for themselves. But how to apply it? This is probably where I'm at my absolute fussiest when it comes to bike maintenance. So important to remember is to basically have your drivetrain as clean as possible. So wipe away any excess lubricant, use a degreaser and get it absolutely spotless. Then find your joining pin or link and then rotate the chain backwards until essentially you find that joining pin at the bottom run of the chain. That's quite important to remember. And then I prefer to use a lubricant from a bottle because I find it easier to apply. Don't have the steadiest of hands. That way as well you can also control how much comes out as you're going along. And then I start at that joining pin and basically only apply lubricant to each individual roller. And then as I'm going along, just turn that pedal backwards and then so forth until that joining pin comes all the way back round. Then you know you've completed a full revolution. Allow it to settle in for a little while, so just 20-30 seconds, and then pedal it backwards, maybe for about 30 seconds this time, allowing the lubricant to work its way fully into those rollers and pins. Then, in a couple of hours, just wipe away any excess that you may well have got on the outside of the chain links, because you don't need it there. The only place you need that lubricant is inside of the rollers and pins. Let's not forget though about aerosols, because they are a very, very popular choice out there for lubricants. Personally, I don't find them as easy to use as that of something in a bottle. That's probably just because I've always tended to use a drop-on type roller rather than an aerosol. But with a little bit of caution, they can work just as well. But firstly, what are we going to do? Well, if you've got disc rotors or calipers on the bike, you're going to want to try and protect them from any wayward spray from that aerosol. So get yourself some cloth and basically cover them up. And the same goes for braking surfaces too. So try and work away from a rim brake so you don't have poor braking after you've lubed your chain. Now, there's a couple of different techniques here that we can use. The first one, and my preferred one, is find yourself a friend and essentially get them to back pedal whilst you loosely grasp the chain with a cloth, and then with the aerosol you spray each roller, and then they're doing the hard work for you really, pedaling that backwards. Again, just like with the lubricant from a bottle, start and finish at the same place on the lower run of chain. The other method is to do it yourself. It's slightly more labour intensive, although let's face it, it's not really much work there, is it? So again, you would just hold it and spray, 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 and then back pedal, spray, 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 and so forth. It does take a little bit longer, but hey, it's not that long, is it? Now, some of you out there will be wondering why on earth I'm not just spraying backwards and forwards and spinning the cranks around and using up half a can or half a bottle at a time. Well, it's for that exact reason, wastage. And also, you're not knowing where exactly it's going that way, are you? Be accurate, and that bottle of lubricant or that aerosol lubricant is going to last you a lot longer. Now, just like the other methods, spin the cranks round a couple of times before wiping away any excess, and then you're good to go out riding again. But what I want to know is, how do you oil your chain? What's your preferred method? From a bottle, from a can, or do you wax it? Who knows? Let me know in the comments section down below. Also, remember to like and share this video with your friends, especially if you ride with someone and they've got a squeaky chain. My pet hate. Now remember as well to check out the GCN shop at shop.globalcyclingnetwork.com. And now for another video, this time when I waxed a chain. That's right, I dipped a chain in hot wax, click just down here.